Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Roxanne, and this is Daily Rambles. I'm finally on a roll with videos. I'm trying to keep that up. So we start off with season 2, episode 7 of Stargirl, called Summer School Chapter 7. So we start off with Yolanda has a panic attack and confession and talks about the devil in Blue Valley, and she spills some tea on herself, but not a lot. And then she kind of does a little bit more, and then she just kind of bolts and leaves after she got like a really massive headache. So she just kind of bolts, and it's July 3rd, and people are getting ready for July 4th. And we cut to where Courtney checks on the staff, and stuff is getting better, but still like a long way from being how it was. And so she's talking to Pat and talking about like where Calista could be, like maybe he left, but like what's going on and all the things like that. Then we cut to Barbara's in a meeting, and this lady wanted to cut 175 jobs from a sewing factory. And Barbara says, "Well, why can't we just sell some of the back stock or something like that?" And so, like, it won't generate income, but it will at least keep people from losing their jobs. And it's what Jordan would have wanted, or something like that. So they decided with Barbara, and the girl's like, "Fine, I approve." I was like, "Okay, lady." And we cut to where then it's really really creepy after the meeting, because like a bunch of like the ceiling just kind of opened up, and you saw a little bit of black, and then a substance fell out and fell on the ground. And she actually touched it, and I was like, "Wait, no, 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 no." Anyway, we cut to where Yolanda's very distracted in class, and then not in class, at the diner. Just kidding. Well, she's in the future, yes. Anyway, then you have that freaking rude guy at the diner again, who's always complaining about coffee, and the nice waitress Maria handles him, and so, "I'm sorry, Speak, you have to wait your turn." And then Eclipse messed with her and spilled coffee on his shoulder. And so she got sent home for the day. And because at first I was like, "Who's doing this?" And I was like, "Eclipse is doing it," because she saw that little purple in the eyes. Then Yolanda gave Eclipse or Bruce a lollipop, and was very nice to him. And so she turned around, and then he disappeared. Then we cut to where Cameron surprised Courtney in a bad way, kind of like crept up on her, and so she kind of like flung him against the wall. And there's a gnat behind. That's cute. Anyway, and he said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I guess that was not a good surprise." And he asked for her help to decorate for the 4th of July. And then she was getting some messages, and he's like, "If you have to go, you can go." And she's like, "No, I'm right where I need to be." And so she helps him decorate. Then Yolanda's leaving work and really want to talk to Courtney, but she saw them having fun, so she decided not to bother them. Then we cut to where Mike and Pat are working on the robot, and he's already bored off his butt. He's like, "You just took the fun out of repairing a robot, because those bunch of lug nuts and stuff and bolts." And I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Anyway, then Eclipse is starting to taunt Yolanda, and then so she goes back to confession, and when she goes into the church, her mom's there, and the mom is stupid rude. I mean, she's like, "Why are you bothering the pastor for?" And the preacher was like, "Slow your roll, lady. Like, shut up. Like, she's been through enough. Let's hear her out," because he hasn't said anything that she did yet. And so we'll say Yolanda was going to talk. Then she saw Brainwave out corner of her eye leaving the church, so she follows him and just bolts. And then, of course, he disappeared. Then we cut to back in summer school. They have a new teacher, because the other one is under psychiatric care, because he lost his marbles because of Eclipso. And so we cut to where Yolanda got a message and sees Henry, and then just straight up leaves class, and then she's in pain. and saw Henry and follows him, and also saw some gunk on the floor, but continued to move. Then Henry guilts her when she gets to the cafeteria and basically said, "You never forgiven me?" And she's like, "Yes, I've forgiven you." But then they switch up. It's like, "Well, my dad hasn't forgiven you." The dad shows up and hurts her. And then we found out that was all a dream in class. And so Yolanda again leaves. And so Courtney goes after her and talks to her. And she just kind of dumps her feelings a little bit. And she's like, Courtney was like, "Let's just tell the team and tell them what actually happened." And she was like, "Well, they don't accept me." And she's like, "They will. It's going to be okay." And so we cut to where Mike hates repairing the robot, and he's very stuck with doing the wrench. And after Pat showed him how to do it, he's just, I guess, doesn't have enough strength to do it. And then sees the diamond fragments, and he moved one, and it kept moving back to the rag it was on, and then it went in him, and then he felt he had leeches all over his body. Then Pat snapped him out of it. He says, "Don't touch that ever again." It's like, why do you have that? It's like, that was Calypso's weakness. I'm still hoping it could be. So, anyway, then we cut to where Courtney holds the JSA meeting minus Pat and Mike and tells them what happened. And Rick's like, "Well, I would have done the same thing." She's like, "But you didn't do that with Solomon and Grundy." And she was like, "You're too good of a person." And I was like, "Oh, well, that was actually a nice compliment, but made it seem like an insult." And she said, "Well, no one else is going to do it. Like we're going to off Calypso, so who's going to do it? It can't be you or you or you. So it has to be me because I don't want y'all to live with the guilt that I currently live with." Which again is a nice compliment, but also like a slam. It's very confusing. And then she bolts, and then she goes to confession again, and she full on confesses, and then it turns into brainwave, and basically he said he sent his mind into her and will control her soon. And then she attacks him because she's back in her wildcat gear and literally hurts Henry and burns and says, "You're going to burn with me." I was like, okay. And then Courtney snapped her out of it with the staff, and Courtney said, "Are you okay?" And Yolanda's kind of had enough. She said, "Why did you do this to me? Why did you even talk to me? I just wanted to be left alone. And now I got to deal with X, Y, and Z." And it's basically, she basically just blames Courtney and then literally quits. Then Courtney later in the night has been trying to call her and can't get in touch with her. And then finally she picked up, and Bill's actually Yolanda's mom. Said, "You did this to my daughter. I'm pretty sure you're the bad influence." And da da da. And I was like, "Lady, chill." And then the mom also quits for her at her job at the diner. And Mary's like, "We love her. We don't want to see her go. And if she ever decides to come back, she will always have a job here." And very sympathetic and very nice. I feel like that should be her actual mother because she actually seems to be motherly than that woman. And anyway, then Courtney tells her family about everything. And the last clip, I couldn't see at all where Bruce was at, slash Eclipso was at, because he was in front of someone's house, like crunching on the lollipop. And I had to check online and said it was at Beth's house. So I was like, "Oh, this is going to be interesting." Anyway, and that was the end of the episode. I gave it a strong A because, I mean, it deals with a lot of trauma, a lot of PTSD, which I think is good for good character development. Try to see her, try to give her stuff, and just saying it's like just like, "Oh, I just did that, it's fine," you know. And they're kind of like how they're doing with Mike and how he accidentally offed Icicle. It's like it was an accident, but they actually made it seem real when they're having the little family meeting at Courtney's house. So because she tells her family and tells about everything. And anyway, I thought it was a really good episode. Actually, it was just like it was a little weird in a couple parts, but I still think it was a really good episode, and I really enjoyed it. And the reason I can say this because I didn't look at my phone at all. Usually, that's when I just start to dock half percentages or whatever, just because I get bored or it gets like too much it's happening or it gets too creepy or something. Then I'm just kind of like, eh. That I felt just the right amount. There was just a couple tiny, tiny little things. I was just like, no. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. I haven't done that forever. Anyway, I am actually so close to my goal, and I think to the new subscribers who have joined, even though I didn't upload for like weeks at a time, and I'm super sorry about that. Anyway, I hope that will change soon. Who knows? Anyway, right now I'm on a roll, and I'll see y'all next video. Bye.